the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
For say kopiem a Parliamentary, the minority caucus a Parliament no one as petition a president of the state John Dramani Mahama afa Ablekumanov nsema ekosi ewo hono na nsem na ngese wo adi tudwa no ani asoso na abusua ni nyina nkamfu ano ekosi se akwatia abaye babekwa akotui ngese esuro bi ewo fi se de siwa Ablekumanov akwatia de no pempanyimfo so no de si Ablekumanov eswa fi se akwatia de ne de yanhwe ya Nnipa ebewu na saa asem wi no enye baakofo ana eka mpanyimfo ne bebre abeka eho asem se Mahama mfa na 90 fom na wonjai se wabu nani ade agu aye de ekoso no eho wontimi enka se wonte de NDC for guys na ekokoye no Ablekumanov wate mampanyinate ena waka no ade atom na omompese ebibesi biem na Akwati aba no so no enkonko base ye bekọ ne ekoku MPP panyini bu ho almost Mahama mfa na 90 form one kasa oma petition no abusuafo mumienti ensem amutu dwane
kind of area. But after the media budget, minority caucus or parliament a petition President John Dramani Mahama say on taking urgent action electoral violence I see Ablekumanov
of our yes me to a certain kind of area. I understand the minority where okay, I was West Wagon. There was series of problems. Of
course,
His Excellency Nanado Danko Akufo first now man for say a committee. It wasn't a committee. It was a commission. And the commission, they have the powers of the High Court, whereby they call people. Mekaya Abakabre Champo mo fed from mo. Okay, say maybe about in 2024. NDC for raising concern. Be say, sa soldier ni bi na oh yeah bi pepra. The bar Santo Jana they were complaining no because if you look at a short commission, they talk against it. And we had issues with it. No fa ya to abawie. Ade ba kwa ya me ya ne se besine. Interior minister some dey kwa IGP. Ofa the IGP as me we slow mami kakra. And also who is saying I say he's a little bit slow for me. Oh yes, that is how I see it. And by this time I can set up a committee, even a commission. Me I come per commission anymore. Then they call people, they try to ask them questions. Now we look at the security breaches a course, a normal course, whereby people they beat them as if there's no tomorrow. The National Deputy Organizer of the New Patriotic Party came in crutches. He came in crutches. Yes. Now they say if the Interior Minister have to finish the IGP footages, it calls for worry. Where normal a course for area. And if you look at some minority leader, no. And as a minority, perfectly agree with them. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we call him the father of peace, resetting Ghana. See, we are resetting Ghana. Election violence should not be part of Ghanaians. It's about expression of your opinion. My leader, my leader. You just go to the ballot, you pick your ballot paper, you just vote, and we go. But Ghana, there, anytime you are going for by-election, and the by-election is too close, and no man system will come and no day. And there be a country of me a by elections of Misro. I'm expecting and demanding the president. Matese and no stand dogbe. No kind of is waje or more could even command someone. Offer or more do my yet. Offer is a serious thing. Now if you go to a culture right now,
when was the day I'm catching so much Nnipa 2? No.
Some not now catch me.
No, I think it was beginning this week.
And I make come to no and I will catch him. Yachini patu.
Watching patu.
Offer Buami. Who shed no ma a course of video yimu pa. Look how many police people are we seeing over here? Over here. Can you look at the number of policemen we are seeing over here? And the policemen are there, they cannot arrest people.
Me worry they say Nnipa 2 no yachi omo he.
Why no ya?
Yachi omo kra no omo he.
Station be no more.
Ya tse ye de omo kokota.
No asem no. That is the question we are asking. Me say Ghana has to be person boom or be use election
because yachi omo by this time so 48 hours or whatever. Are they still in
court? And that's what custody. I know that's what custody. I mean, you see your John Dramani Mahama catch say we are doing resetting. If you are doing resetting now, we should not have election violence in Ghana. Menka by this time when you start up a committee or a commission talking about the CEO of Ablekumanov.
President can't want him.
Mementi. Memente. Na video ba kubi krampa me hwe. Mama yarega video no hebi. Mama yarega video no hebi.
Yeah.
A o ka se de esiwa blekuma no fo no nkura yi bi. Ana wonya me
mama hwe. John Dako, mama we say beja no. Good morning. Bajote di asema.
Yo minia medase. Amrade minority. Agent say nema mi no a ekoso oman mu a efi say di oman ninya na ye no anka dachi bi de oyende kase bebre oman. Eno ho na monto ne tuye. Di kan electoral violence. We share even 2024 election nankasa yenyanom NDC 4 and I'm saying na MPP wa bam na say boni bi esi de be sha ban ni MPP ya adwene say look be make sure say electoral violence dey o man nkofo engage mu bi police 4 a wo mo share about so so ka say mfatu kura nkofo na kampese wa ko to dia akukum Ghana ni NDC 4 fa ho the Nema bonnet to trust them. Young cafe, Abano, ye Kayano, wedding queen. And Abilkuma, a horse and send the sea on control 19 police station, run. In a new money myself. Said dear, if you brew Nnipa for to trust them, a cacabe, and Sir and a branch of course on. If you say, I'm the chili. Ni anka amasa de ne twa na kapima mi ka bia mamu we nyina ye ni age ho a efi 1992 ya so mo ese de bebu ema na epese ese no ye kotwa ba na men kotwa ba de enye entokwa na sometimes ye to ba we hu say some few issues here and there anka nya si de na we de dru na mi say ya koye wo ankasa we need to speak up. The tough should be a year, so yasa say a year, near and near my boy meets me at Nnipa. Ediane, I be dear in Suai Benum, put from my behome, Galam say, Esther. Oko Western region, baby, I say, a quam when I say, it to Galam say, in Su. Say, in himself, no queen, and shall see the past 6 months. I admit. Then, so no, the past 6 months, I feel a cost so a Nsem Amma. NDC 4, and call for a demo, a demon in Timano Yako, Sakui, Yanshia. There be a country, but James May, it will not be the country with nonsense we were all born. It is a name in Nina and there be ye better away tea, you are too forced and some of the back because the miracles were made in that. And yet, the back corner, the sun is to me, I could throw a premium and the big kind a year diplomatic call. Amamaya umu aba umude umu anamsifu abe aba umaimu America, Canada, US, Australia, Chese, Lebanon. Mama we are seeing in Nigeria, Togo munina umu enfe umunti no mbi ati ene eka ene area mama wenti a umu ene nka. Ifu ye kono anakache. The petition be commanded be an Nnipa Esma Umukra no Mahuno, the big command or no, and the chief of staff every year. And a Sunday back home, a command, a collection of domestic election observers, a codio, almost so a war and kind. Woman no year and Kofua, Umu Eshe, ye throw a bar, a war memoir, a share a day at home, and Sankaya, a better of mine, say. Election a call papa and I say a call bonnet. And she said, you may quit me and Sunday a day. The issue echo to more ending. You see, now I'm a bonnet so far. Not, I don't know.
The Mokoye Munyaman Benin and Gazana.
But there be Mampenina Casa de Nuniho. Generally, the Mahuna no Ayana president and the major petitions maybe the Ayana officers, and the chief of staff himself was there on the deputies. And he said, Omo said, Adia, here, and the chief of staff na a budget petition.
And this is a more person NDC.
So good point. The here said the kind a year one now with this and Nsem-Pii they will be arrested and put before the court for trial. Umu Mrantia do apart from say Umu bro Ghana for Mukoto Abasadan. Ubu how many police for any umu police entire and now Umunam so muye approach for. And then a beer Umubu journalist, some of the name na Mwamoko for Munim Womuna, Yenshena, Yenshu Maso. Na Emma Emunuse Tanima Runia, dear, and we cannot publicly glorify violence. The intimate and now or my come say na Nnipa Dinyam Branson Paya. Na yes, so and into a percent. Uncle for Moody said, Menino, won't start violence, Minano, your true muscle, not and several as a deterrent, would be a pet that should be your tour bar, Roka could be a Branson Diana. I mean, who said they be who quiet idea, a bit midi, watching. The epistle any a year Galamsey said, Galamsey, no, yet the one some abato or man, and you are president. Asase a yina di so say yensu a yenom say ye forester eboa ye menyam prama papa enom say aban no emma nanina ho dadam se ne twintwa na fe no yemfa kwan a ebesa so yi na yenya yensu a yenom no back into a drinkable state. Na fe ye forest no ye engage in a serious reforestation. Say beya the bit may be me and from a pan. Not say in Sassina as no a bino, what is so no, or she said the bear, you bit me, I reclaim your land, Nina, back to the bear, your mamma, your papanum, in your no more in Crasia, Umudo phone, you bit me and your baby pa as a biaso and the buyer, you cool quite, you say, you bit me and yes as a beer cool, so you say. Aduane a yɛtɔn no Kumasi dwom no wobɛkɔ na chemicals ewom ɛma yɛn yayɛ ahodoɔ ɛma cancer ahodoɔ ɛma ni yayɛ akomayayɛ ɛne sometimes even brain issues. These are critical issues a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛwura John Mahama wɔhwɛ na ɔcorrect nti nneɛma a yɛsɛ president ɔhwɛ na ɔnyɛ akyire ɛma.
Lawyer, I'm paying me grateful. You're quite anymore. You're a savvy didn't come with you.
Lawyer, offer a samasi, ya bunipa, ya prepenipa, and I'm saying, I'm no namon can you, Lord, you saw you crutches. Listen to what a majority leader, Parliament House of Acherio can say, majority leader and Boko Central MP, Mama Yarga has come under intense scrutiny for downplaying the violence that erupted during the Ablekumanov parliamentary run, describing the chaos as insignificant compared to election violence he has personally experienced in his own constituency. I have experienced them in rare violent situations in elections. The week before these elections, there were persistent gunshots in my constituency and I couldn't come out from my house. Offer, this is the majority leader talking. Majority leader say, they see you are your friends Ablekumanov, no? Or catch you almost say Ablekumanov one violence rerun violence is a child's play. Your poor big proud be among food Johnny. People in fear, they cannot come out to vote. Go and look at the numbers that came out to vote. Because citizens they fear to come out. Of a way the 17th of July 2025. And the majority leader about a car same way. As some way people are not talking about it. People are not complaining. Now that they catch us about what we go there to express our opinion and feels that there be kwame what my way to me. Why should you go for election and people go there with fear?
Okay.
Of around who? So majority leader. You make this kind of statement, say they see here. No, chance play.
Let's leave it there. We'll come back to it. The video was monitored today, 24th of July, at about 11 a.m. at Gomoa-Budumburam in the central region. The officer has since been withdrawn from the duty for further investigations and necessary sanctions. The command wishes to assure the general public of its commitment to ensuring that personnel conduct themselves professionally in the performance of their duty. Signed DASP Victor Kofi Dosu, Head of Public Affairs, Central East Region. And how do we buy it?
Of a bullet train. What do you bullet train? Now, professionalism.
The bullet train or say
yes.
The command wishes to assure the general public of its commitment to ensuring that personnel conduct themselves professionally in the performance.
That is why we take you to a police school for training to get ethics. The obedient so that you are able to accommodate issues.
Mami, on my voice
na aban no sika bi aso allocate ma omo e etimi reform yemu obu ha we hear san adwuma na say bia na etimi a create bibia ma omo a omo so betimi employable skills na omo timi a part and parcel of the mainstream society.
Yeah, from other sides so na yen show say I don't hear no even though said they okay obetumi asiu Ghana Police Service obetumi asiu police officer any idea for what they did to him. How about Ononsono? The nuisance that he's causing. Now, Brantie, you see, Otumis the middle of the road, causing huge traffic. Traffic will not be going from left or right until say, Onono, Ebia, Obibe Bibia, and San were free one money a day. I mean, have we averted our minds to Sadia and Oyan because equally it's against the law? Sir Obi abena dwen say we akwase a blockade uti kwan obi so be bibia tisa.
Well, it as much as say Nnipa no we a criminal code na why ye born na say na wo ye no illegal no. But it's have to say you must say Nnipa na adwene mu to say we need to establish say adwene na odi ye ni di adwene na take the money to sa na mo na abrante and etu no. So you tell me who sampa now do we a fine warrior sadiana then that is the first leg. Say what's your who sampa what tumra no be tumra so be akoku nipa tu so kwakokum nibi. That is a scenario that we are having here. Say nipa na kum nipa ukum nipa against the laws of the state. Now so be akum siasu akwa na kum nibi. No. Until the cry we kasa so be fum kuma yem fum enga. E ti se wa tumra na se wo ye ade na as a police officer. And I say, as a security person, and I'm more than 2 years. And yeah, did you liaise with the gender ministry and social protection just to find out, say, yeah, about the quite fascinating, ama abra, yeah, oh, you're finding for rehabilitation center. We
okay.
Quite fascinating, man, reform, and I'm all very in the course, sir. And you know, any panel, liable in the general terms, but we will need to also establish some partner general ethicity. And Sana, we can take it from there.
And Sana, we can take it from there. Like I said, be very grateful, Obra, when you're mine. Okay, well, live on Lost in 96.
That is why I start with the Ghana Police Service. All right, I'll say in Ghana, begging on the street is illegal under the Beggars and Destitute Act, Act 1969, NLCD 392. The law prohibits begging and wandering for the purposes of begging, and anyone found engaging in such activities can be arrested without a warrant. Key points about the law: 1, criminal offense. Or say begging for money on the street is a criminal offense in Ghana. 2, arrest. The police can arrest individuals found begging without a warrant. So you were asking a question: is this the only solution?
There be.
Is this the only solution?
So
you had a lot of options. One, almost bet me arresting the party now police station. It's a serious matter. We should not joke with it at all. So I want to ask, what was the Ghana Police Service doing? Then I'm here fa. Oh, of our
That's my hater.
That be our can one here Nnipa na ya nyabotra. Because for her the Yan said these people police from Muko school. They give you a certain kind of training. They tell you about the ethics. You go to a certain kind of understanding. They give you in-depth knowledge about how to deal with issues. And the issue you about and now I said it. Ebia, you had a good intention. You had a good plan in making sure say Ebia Branton is causing problem in news as no man. But the execution has become a problem. Execution is a negative problem for him.
Okay, Franco, leave it there for me. The woman is Enra, yes, started you
Yes.
Was it 2021, right?
And I'm coming for you.
Recruit for one.
Soldier for.
Omani recruit om do mo army no. That am forces no. Ekowiacha ban ba new government buy or say all more recruitment were cancelled despite that the fact that they have been go through the system medicals they are they can say more appointment letters no more training near there. Yeah, the one common be I had so many calls. Now I keep getting calls. They meant to be a can say ye didn't come be enra me can say ne ye ba be di e ho nkowo ye beto. But if you are one of